Right, hello everyone. So, I am Mr. Stilton, the head of Hayes House, and I take it that you guys have clicked this link because obviously you now know that you are going to be a Hayes House student and you're going to be with us next year wearing your blue tie. You might have your parents there with you as well listening in, so welcome to all the parents as well. What I want to do over the next few minutes is just spend some time what the information that you would have had if you would have come to the transition evening. Now, unfortunately, obviously you can't be here, but what I would like to do is just to go through some of the house information and obviously give you all the stuff that hopefully you need to know ready for when you join us in September. Okay, so welcome to this evening. And here we go. So the first piece of information, which you probably know, is that the foundation of our school is built on 4 houses. And each house has been sort of named after an influential person who's connected to the local area. Now, Edward Hayes, he was an engineer, and he was an engineer who was originally he started work at Wolverton Works in Stony Stratford. And he started there as an engineer who constructed world-beating ocean-going steamboats in a factory. Now that factory was 50 miles away from the sea, which is quite impressive to think of, that this engineer was designing these steamboats to obviously to be used in the ocean. And he then later he moved from Wolverton Works and started up his own factory in Stony Stratford, constructing steamboats there as well. Now, the reasons why we celebrate Edward Hayes is not only for his boat building success, but he had a great attitude, and he also had, all these difficulties that he had to overcome. He managed to achieve highly. We admire his resourcefulness and also his invention skills, and his belief in education that he's an inspiration to all of us. And hopefully you'll learn more about each one of the house's influential people, but especially Edward Hayes and what he brought to our community and our local area. Now the houses each have, they're like families, they each have a head of house and an assistant head of house. So these are the teams that we've got, and they are in order. So Cooper House is the top left, and on the top right there is Hayes House, myself, Mr. Stilton, with Miss Thompson, who is our assistant head of house. And then the bottom left is McConnell House, and bottom right is Lee. So each house has a head of house and assistant house. And when you arrive at the Radcliffe School, you will then be placed into a form group. And your form group is going to be of mixed year groups. So you'll get to know students from different year groups. And you'll have a form tutor as well. And this is what I mean by a family. You'll see them every single day. You can speak to them about things which are coming up, things that you're unsure of. And we're all there to give you the help, the support, the guidance that you guys will need. Not only as you start in year 7, but throughout your whole time here at the Radcliffe School. So they are the heads of house and the assistant heads of house. The house system obviously offers that support and guidance, but I like to think it as sort of being 3 main stakeholders. And those 3 stakeholders are then part of our community in which that we live and sort of serve the community. So we've got the staff here at school. So not only have you got your form tutors who are going to give you the guidance and support you need, but your teachers, all the staff which are there to help you with your learning, the staff which are there to help you reach your aspirations, that are going to guide you to your qualifications to get the best grades that you possibly can. Students, you are going to need to be on board with that. You are going to need to, from the word go, you're going to need to be getting involved in the school, getting involved in your lessons, making sure you've got the right attitude to learning, making sure that that you're doing everything, you're taking advantage of all the opportunities that we've got here at the Radcliffe, and you are reaching up to those high expectations that we have of our students here. Parents, I'm glad that you're listening because you are really involved in this as well. So we need that method, that open line of communication between the students, between the staff, between parents. We have parents' evenings, we have email systems where you can communicate with us, information on our school website, we need your support to ensure that we offer the correct guidance and support all throughout your child's time here at the Radcliffe School. And we're all working together, all supporting each other to obviously to make sure your child is safe and happy here at Radcliffe. So let's have a little think about that first point of contact, that regular contact that we have with each other would come through the form tutor. So you will have a form group, the form tutor's in charge of that. You will have open email communication. You can have phone calls with the form tutor if ever anything arises that we as a school need to know about, or if you're unsure of anything, or would you like any help, the form tutor is there. Other communication, we have something called Insights. So you will receive a log on for this. You can log in, you can see information on your child's attendance, on their current progress, what their achievements are like within their lessons. We have this data on their attendance and their achievements, and that is available on our platform called Insights. So make sure you look out for your login details for that. We have our parents' evenings, open evenings, and we just want to make sure that that method of communication keeps going. Something new that we are installing as your child starts here at the Radcliffe is something called the Personal Responsibility Agreement. And this is our vision, it's our sort of our culture and expectations that we have, that our students have the personal responsibility for themselves, so every member of the school and also the community in which we serve. And we have an acronym. That acronym is CLEAR. It's the clear values that we will all follow. And these clear values, they're designed to support the students, to support each other, establish the behaviours that will enable us to all be successful, and also make the transition very smooth as you're making your steps into adulthood. And that acronym stands for conduct. We need to have the appropriate, the desired conduct in and around school. Learning, what's that going to look like when you get here? And obviously that will become clear as you start here at the Radcliffe. We need to ensure that we look after our environment. We have an awareness of the people and the things around us. And also we are building strong, good working relationships with other students and staff, and also us with parents, to ensure that we all have this personal responsibility to ensure that we're successful at the Radcliffe. We are building bright futures together, and in order to do that, we need to follow these clear values. Now, this programme will be introduced in September, and students will obviously become familiar with this and will follow this throughout their time here at the school. How do we reward and how do we recognise your child? So for students which are demonstrating those clear values, we want to reward them. We have things such as celebration assemblies. Now, every half term, every single house will have a celebration assembly in which form tutors, they will nominate students who have been the star of the term, and also as the head of house, we will nominate a Pride Award, the Pride of Hayes House, for every single half term. They'll be rewarded with things like vouchers, certificates, the recognition that they are meeting our clear values, our clear sort of expectations that we've got. We also have curriculum awards where we give out things like house points, and we will have awards evenings. We might even have reward trips, which will things to work and sort of aim towards to achieving during your time here at the Radcliffe School. It's so important that we recognise those students which work hard here at Radcliffe, and we will celebrate your achievement. It could be through postcards home, it could be perhaps displaying work within our corridors, in our classrooms, even phone calls home to you. So as parents, you receive phone calls home congratulating your child on their positive behaviour in and around the school. Okay. Some students like to nominate themselves or put themselves forwards as having some responsibilities or with additional privileges. Those could be things like being the house captain. So we always ask for applications for house captain, and as students progress up to year 11, we have head boys and head girls because we recognise the strengths of students who are representing our house and representing the school with these clear values. So your form tutor, who your child will see every day, that first point of contact, They want to have that open communication with you. They're going to monitor you in Blue House. They're going to monitor you to make sure that you are progressing, see how many of the rewards, your attendance, your punctuality, and also monitor your behaviour. And they will deliver with you in the morning sessions the tutor programme. So tutor time, you come to school, you go into tutor time, and you will follow sort of a range of activities to improve your sort of understanding of the world around us and sort of build up your skills ready for the workplace. These activities include things such as reading activities, a global awareness scheme of work, looking at your personal development to see what skills that you will need, like I said, for future careers. And that is based around something called LORIC. And that LORIC acronym focuses on these core skills that are required for the workplace. And we'll spend roughly, half a term, maybe a term, on each one of those to try to build upon our leadership skills, our organisation, that's really important when you're starting secondary school, our resilience, sometimes it doesn't always go well for us. We need to look at how we can pick ourselves up and go again to strive to continue to improve, to show initiative, and also our communication skills. Okay, so look out, like I said, for that LORIC programme and all of those activities that you will be starting here during your tutor time sessions. Okay, well that actually brings me to the end of the information that I'm going to go through with you this evening. There's a lot to take in there, so you may want to sort of look at it again, or obviously if you've got any questions, we're here back in September where we're looking forward to welcoming you all as Hayes House students, nice and smart on that first day, and you are, helping us follow that building bright futures together as Radcliffe students. Okay, see you in September, everyone.